Yes, I am late to this game. You've probably seen unboxing and review of the Mega Royal Molly 400% Snow White in other videos because guess what? They did not release this Mega in the United States, which is very surprising to a lot of us. Hi everybody and welcome back to Pop It in Person, where we unbox and review, tada, Mega Spacemollies and Mega Royal Molly 400%, any blind box items, and explore luxury goods whenever we can. I have been waiting for this day to come. I've been planning for the Mega Spaces and the Mega Royal Mollies that we're going to be unboxing for the month of October, because guess what? Month of October, this is when children and adults both are in costumes, you know, wearing different things, and what better way to unbox the Snow White than to do it right now when we have a lot of people dressing up just like Snow White. So what are we waiting for? Grab your coffee, grab your tea, you know, relax with us and as we unbox and review this Mega Royal Molly 400%. So let's go ahead and unbox. So you all know that Mega Royal Mollies are bigger boxes. This is why it's very difficult for you to see the entire box. But I just wanted to show you what it looks like. It is wider because of that crown compared to the Spacemollies. So we still have the side view of Molly in this box. And then of course the back is just kind of like the regular information. This box was damaged during shipping. But again, you know, I don't plan on reselling my collection. And if I do have the boxes for it. And you know, I know some collectors want pristine boxes, but when we're getting it outside of the country, it's very difficult to get it at pristine boxes. But anyway, I am a little bit more careful now, just because, you know, I guess the more you become like a collector, the more you're more picky to where you're getting your collection from. And so, yeah, I think I'm becoming more and more picky with the products that I'm receiving. But again, some of these things that we're unboxing now, I've already had them for a few months. So anyway, ta-da, we finally got it out of the box. And you all know that POPMART love putting a lot of sticky tapes on this Mega lines. I just wish that they have all of the pieces so that we don't have any missing pieces. But to be honest, if they miss providing the crown for the Royal Molly, I don't even know what to say. But you all know from my previous videos that I have been having issues with getting all of the parts for the Spacemolly, which is the camcorder. Oh my gosh. Okay, so let me just take it out of this plastic container. Hopefully, please, I hope that there's no damage to any of these parts. Okay, and if you haven't seen my storage video, like how I store all of these boxes in my house, because obviously it takes a lot of space, I will link it up above so that you can check it out. Okay, so we'll start off with Molly herself. You all know that Mega Spacemolly and Mega Royal Molly totally looks different, right? So they, you know, number one, the eyelashes. Like the Mega Spacemolly actually have lower lashes. I don't know if you've noticed that before. And then of course the clothes that they're wearing, Royal or Mega Royal Molly does not have shoes, so that's what we're gonna see immediately. So as you can see here, we have the POPMART and the Royal Molly logo on one part of the feet, and then the other one is who they're collaborating with. In this case, this is the Disney princess, so that's pretty cool. So this is one of the reasons why I was very surprised not to see this be released in the US, because again, Disney is a US company. Okay, so let me just zoom out a little bit more so that you can see the entire figure. Let me just do this. Okay. All right, are you guys ready? Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Ta-ta-da-da. Wow. Oh my gosh, please. Oh, there is a damage on her head. Aw, look, there is a big scratch on her head. Okay, I'm gonna just have to contact a plastic company anyway to fix that. Okay, but look at how beautiful she is. We all know that Snow White, right, has a very light skin tone, and to be honest, because Royal Molly and Mega Spacemolly already have a very light skin tone, I think that they didn't have to change anything there. She has this signature mole, signature lips, and again, what I mentioned in the beginning, she does not have the lower lashes, just like the Spacemolly. And in this one, compared to my other, or my daughter, because I actually don't collect Royal Molly, my daughter collects Royal Molly, this one does not have the yellow hair, it has the black hair, which matches Snow White's hair. that's pretty cool. And then I don't know if I've mentioned, but the only reason why I bought Snow White is because my daughter does collect Royal Molly, and her favorite cartoon when she was younger is Snow White. But look at her dress detail. I love that she has sleeves. Not all the Royal Molly have sleeves on their dresses. If you collect them for a long time, you'll notice that the apple, the poison apple, is right on her neckline, just like a part of her dress. And then I love the fact that they kept the shadow of the real Snow White with the bird when she was singing in the movie. I love that too. And look at the flower details, you guys. That is beautiful. Now, the one thing that I did notice is, you know, this is very much like a sunset, kind of like a tropical color flowers. And we all know that Snow White is like the reds and the blues and the gold. So that's a little bit different. But again, you know, when she was singing with the animals, she had flowers all over. So I guess that captures that. So that's cool. And then as we turn her around, oh my gosh, I love that. So it actually says Snow White at the back. Oh, now I kind of wonder if they're gonna have a series of Disney princesses. Wouldn't that be cool that this is the first? Wait a second. So for those of you that follows Disney or watches Disney movies, I think, and I could be wrong, but I think that Snow White is actually the first Disney princess. You all know that it's from the 1930s. I don't remember when, but in the 1930s, she was the first Disney princess. And then, of course, we have the later on Disney princess. So I kind of wonder if the reason why they put Snow White at the back of her dress is because there's going to be a series in the future that they're going to release, like Cinderella and Mulan. Like, that would be super cool if they did all of the princesses with the Mega Royal Molly. Like, how cool would that be? Oh my gosh, I didn't even think about that. But look at her dress. I love her dress. It is so beautiful. And one of the things that I also noticed is this ombre effects. So it goes from kind of like a grayish blue to like almost like a mustardy color yellow, and then to a lighter color yellow. But again, it's not as vibrant as like a sunshine yellow, right? Like it's very like muted, which is so beautiful. And that really reflects, you know, the 1930s Snow White. So that's pretty cool. Oh my gosh. Now she is not complete without her bougie crown. We all know this. Oh, and I totally forgot to check out the authentication card. So we'll check that out in a minute here, but let's check out her crown and see what it looks like with the crown. Wow. Look at the crown, you guys. The top of the crown is very, very shiny. It is apple red, a shiny crown, which is perfect for this crown. And then also the part of the crown here is actually embossed, so you can feel it on the crown. So a lot of the Royal Molly that I already have right now, any artwork is actually painted on and you cannot feel it. But in this case, you all know that when you look at the crown, it's very detailed. And I love the fact that they actually embossed it so you can feel it on the crown. That's pretty cool. And look at the heart and the sword. We all know the movie, so I don't have to go over it in wow, look at that doily. Wow, that is so pretty, you guys. And look at the color. My camera is not doing it justice, but this is also an ombre effect similar to her dress. So it's very similar to her dress. It's like a grayish blue that goes to that yellow. Oh my gosh, that is super cool. Okay, well, I kind of like this part of it for her. And you all know that it is magnetic, so it has a strong magnet. Ta-da! Wow, look how beautiful our Molly looks like. I'm going to put her right there so you can see the entire body of our Royal Molly. But guess what? There's also another piece that goes on this Royal Molly. So this is it. I actually thought that it would be a little bit bigger. You guys can see it now, right, from the box. So let's see. I am thinking that it would be magnetic. It is the apple. Look at the apple with Snow White in there. Wow. Okay, that's super cool. So this is a patch that goes on her dress. So let's just see if it's magnetic. Yes, it is. Can you? Okay, so it's just in that one corner. That's where the magnet is. So if I move it to this corner, it's going to fall because it's not magnetic, but it's only in this specific corner. So it's right on top of that apple leaf. How cool. Wow. Look at that. Look at that, you guys. So you have a little bit of buffer to move it around, but it's basically right there. Wow, that is so cool. I love it when they have magnetic pieces because it makes it a little bit more like unique, right? So that's pretty cool. The only thing that I wish was not there is this little, it's not a nick, it's like a paint situation, but I'm not gonna worry about that too much because, I mean, I don't want to stress myself out. The quality of PopMart, man. I really wish, PopMart, if you're listening to this video, it would be so cool for you to interview me because I have some concerns about your quality. Okay, let's look if there's any special cards that they give you with this one. So you have the regular booklet, and then you have the authentication card. I'm going to cover my product ID. So this is what the authentication card looks like for the Royal Molly. It is still a side view of Molly. So the only difference between this and then of course the Space Molly is the suit, the space suit versus the crown. It says Snow White in here, and then when we turn it around, okay, so nothing special. So I thought that they would have something special here, but it's just a regular card, so nothing special there. So let me put that back. I like it when they do special things with the card, but I guess in this case, it's just a card with the blue back. But at least it's not the black, kind of like a black checkered boxes in the back of the card, so that's good. Okay, so let me just put this back. That goes in my safe. All of those goes in my safe. Well, anyway, how beautiful is she? And, you know, one of these days we're gonna open up a whole box of blind boxes. I actually got the figures that they also released, that is Snow White figure. They had kind of like a surprise release. It's a really old figure from PopMart. They had a surprise release in their TikTok live. And so I was able to buy the full series of Snow White. We're gonna open that up during the month of October. I am very excited to show you guys my October Mega Space Mollies. I am so excited. Anyway, I hope that you liked that video, and I hope to see you soon next. If you haven't followed me already, please subscribe, share this channel with your friends and family, and also subscribe to my TikTok account too. We're very new to TikTok, so we don't have a lot of followers yet, and I would love for you to follow us in TikTok as well, at Pop It and Purse It. I cannot wait to share with you all of our other Mega Space Mollies and Mega Royal Mollies in the future. Until next time, bye everybody.